Who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? Make a little Dogecoin video here. Dogecoin first got my attention, probably our attention, back here, 2020, late 2020. It was less than a penny, right? And here's where it kind of got on everyone's radar. It pumped up to, no, that's the penny. That's where it was at a penny last January 2021. Here's where it basically got society's attention. Late January 2021, it pumped up to 8 cents, fell back down to about 3 cents. And it's just a pump and dump, right? Just a stupid pump and dump meme coin. It's just made to be a joke, right? But there's obviously something more at play here, because there was a pump, there was a dump, but hold the prices. It can't be a pump and dump. Can't be a pump and dump meme coin if the dump just turns into a pump that plateaus and is obviously, it's obviously stable, right? So I was going to buy a bunch of it all through here from February to middle of April, right? I'd been planning, I got about in here, right? And it's obviously stabilized at 6 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, right? It's obviously stabilized around 6 cents for that whole time. And I didn't buy a bunch of it because I was listening to the old time professional crypto people saying it's just a joke and it's a pump and dump. So I didn't buy any. And then I realized late March, early April, I realized that all those old school, well, first of all, crypto is only about 10 years old, 11 years old, right? So I don't even know if we can use the word old school at this point. But anyways, the people who've been in it for a long time were making fun of making fun of Dogecoin. They're making fun of the people investing in Dogecoin. And some of them were irate that it's been successful. And it just started to I realized right in through about late April, middle April, I realized I should buy a bunch of it at 6 cents because it dawned on me that all these old school Bitcoiners were making fun of Dogecoin and Dogecoiners, making fun of them just the way traditional finance has done to Bitcoiners for the last 10 years, right? That was my buy signal. That was my buy alarm went off, and I was getting ready to do it right through here, and I didn't get the chance. It went up to 13 cents and or 14 cents. It came back to 13, and that's what I finally bought. Like the next day, it just went up to 47 cents. The next couple of days, right? Remember that? And it dumped back down. Actually dumped all the way back down to 23 cents. But it's not a pump and dump, folks, because look, it can't be. I mean, it's a pump and dump and pump and a plateau. But there's no pump and dump. And it's obviously stabilized, right? That's not what a pump and dump looks like, right? That right there kind of resembles a pump and dump, but it just everything comes back down. I mean, it came back down, but went back up, and now it's plateaued. Obviously, it's obviously on plateaus, right? See how that's working? Less than a cent, less than a cent, less than a cent. And in there is pump and dumps. There are pumps and there are dumps. But that's obviously plateaus. That's not what a pump and dump looks like, guys. So I'm not saying it can't dump. I'm not saying it still couldn't dump. But the reason I bought more at 31 cents and 38 cents. And I bought like at 38 cents right in through here and watched it crash back down to 16 cents temporarily. And it's stable, obviously been stabilized in the high 20s since then. You can just take out this, it's like 24 hours right here, right? And then it just popped back up. So anyways, yeah, that's not a pump and dump structure, in my opinion. So one interesting thing I didn't know, like a lot of the some of the people are irate because they've got big teams of people and computer programmers and coders working on these projects, right? And some of the projects really don't even have a product yet, So a lot of them are kind of angry that Dogecoin doesn't even have a team of people behind it. Um, but that's the thing. Uh, you kind of get the feeling that Dogecoin might be what people wanted Bitcoin to be, right? The old school Bitcoiners were wanting basically a currency for the world to use, an open currency that can't be controlled. And Bitcoin has turned into more like gold. Society has chosen to use Bitcoin as a store of value, to be a digital gold type asset. And it looks to me like society is choosing Dogecoin. It doesn't matter if it was made to be a joke or if it's a meme coin, but that's the thing is these other people running some of these other projects, they can be angry all they want, because they have teams of computer techs and skilled coders and programmers. But where's their advertising and their marketing department, right? Isn't that the glaring thing? Isn't that the elephant in the room here, right? Which one of these products has an advertising and a marketing department? Maybe some of them do. I don't know. Dogecoin. It's an exceptional advertising and marketing product. It just doesn't need anybody backing it. It was made as a joke. It's a super cute dog, right? Super cute. Oh, that good doggy, right? And I mean, you can't have better advertising and marketing program. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, these are all products. There's competition, and Dogecoin is the one that has a default advertising and marketing team backing it, even though they don't. But you know what I mean? You can't. You really couldn't come up with a better advertising and marketing ploy, and Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, and celebrities, they're putting it on social media. I mean, that's what none of these other products really have. Bitcoin kind of has that. Ethereum kind of has that, but they don't have the cute mascot and those are serious products, and Bitcoin does have, and they all have their little logos, and Bitcoin has that bee mascot guy, but outside of that, there's really not a whole lot of, do any of these other coins, do they have a mascot? I can only think of Bitcoin as even scratching that surface. Anyways, interesting fact. I heard some of these people saying Dogecoin can be hacked and it's not safe and it's going to ruin the cryptocurrency market when it gets hacked and people lose their money. And I'm not a computer person. I don't know about all that kind of stuff. But what I can say is what I didn't know is that Dogecoin is a fork off of Litecoin. And if they consider Litecoin secure, then isn't Dogecoin? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but isn't Dogecoin running the same computer coding and whatnot as Litecoin? See the hash and the upright of the L. See the little hash. I'll blow this up real quick. See the little hash through the L, upright L. Let's go back to Dogecoin. Did you notice that, folks? Look at that. I didn't know that. Dogecoin got the hash. See the Litecoin L is in there. So when they made this little meme coin, they just forked it off of Litecoin. So I would assume it's as secure as Litecoin. Am I wrong about that? I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I'm not experienced enough at this point to know exactly for sure. But it's not like it's just some frail little piece of computer it's not a little frail little computer system out just flapping in the wind, right? It's Litecoin. It's a fork off Litecoin. So there's got to be some sort of security, right? But anyways, just figured I'd make this little video. I think Dogecoin's here to stay. And the thing about it is there might be pumps and dumps, but that's true with all crypto. Literally all crypto does this kind of stuff. And actually, Dogecoin is pretty stable compared to those other ones. That's the elephant in the room, right? Look at that stability. 5 and 6 cents for all that time, and that's a massive pump up to 47 cents. And it's obviously stabilized. There's other cryptos out there that'll pump up 1,000% and then lose 90% of that. So Doggy is obviously stable. There's the people out there, the Dogecoiners, they're wanting to pump this up to $1. And the thing about that is when it gets to $1, it's probably not going to dump a whole lot, because when it gets to $1, then they're just going to say $2 and $10. One thing you might not know, what stopped me from buying it, I was listening to Talking Heads talking about Dogecoin. There's 5 billion Dogecoins put into supply every year. It's high inflationary. When it was created, I guess it was unlimited, but they capped it at 5 billion. Did I say million? 5 billion Dogecoins every year put into supply. And that sounds like a lot. See, Bitcoin's got a cap supply. Let's blow this up a minute. Bitcoin has 18.6 million Bitcoin in supply right now, and there'll only be 21 ever when it's done. They're not going to be done mining it for like over 100 years. Bitcoin is halved, so 900 a day Bitcoin are being produced right now. And then the next halving cycle in 2024, they'll chop that in half to 450. And then 4 years later, that'll be chopped in half to 225. I don't know how they're going to have 225. I suppose they'll round off. I haven't looked into that yet. But anyways, so with Dogecoin, there's 5 billion being put into supply every year. And you think that's a terrible inflationary rate. But check this out, right? Look at the Bitcoin. Come on, calculator, get on there. There you go. The Bitcoin inflationary rate, this 4-year halving right now that we're in today, I thought this was interesting. Check this out. That's 900 a day times 365 Bitcoin or mined, 900 a day every day. So this year, 300 this year and the next couple years until 2024, 328,000 Bitcoin a year are being put in to supply. So let's divide that. 1.7%. Bitcoin has an inflationary rate of 1.7% right now. Okay, 1.7% inflation. So this is going to be interesting to a lot of people. Dogecoin has 129 billion in supply, and they're going to add 5 billion every year. But the thing about that is next year, the inflation rate will be smaller on Dogecoin, and the year after that, it'll be smaller. So the inflation rate on Dogecoin actually gets smaller every single year, right? Because there'll be 134 billion this time next year, and then 139 billion the year after that. So let's do the inflation rate of Dogecoin. 5 billion. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 billion Dogecoin divided by the current supply of 129 billion. 419,750. 181 equals, oh my, what's the inflation rate of Dogecoin this year? And it will never be this high again, ever. It's just going to continue to go down year after year. 3.8% inflation rate on Dogecoin. And that's the main criticism of it that held me off from buying a bunch of it when it was at 5 and 6 cents. I never did the numbers. 3.8%, and next year that number will be smaller, and the year after that it'll be smaller, and just in a few years it's going to be under 3%, and every year after that the inflation rate is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So that should be eye-opening, folks, right? Dogecoin can be changed as well. Teams of people can start working on Dogecoin, and they can start doing other things to it as well. They can beef up security. There's nothing stopping people from working on Dogecoin and making it better. And I'm pretty sure those plans are in the works. Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, he's heavily involved in it, and Mark Cuban and people like that are involved in it. And you know, if they might have $1 billion in it at some point. So they will definitely make sure it's at least fairly secure, right? I mean, am I wrong about that? But anyways, so let's do just to see what the inflation rate of Bitcoin will be and what makes Bitcoin such the superior product it is. Let's do the inflation rate of 2024 Bitcoin when it's at 450 coins a day, right? And so this inflation rate will, in time, just become minuscule on Bitcoin. And that's where everyone's finding the value. That's why Bitcoin is so popular right now. Because the way the inflation is set up. So let's do times 365 days. So 4 years from now, there'll be 164,000 Bitcoin put into supply every year for 4 years until it is halved down to 225, right? So it's 300. It'd be just a touch under 1%. So in 4 years, the inflation rate of Bitcoin will be just call it 1%, just a touch under 1%, give or take. And at that time, Dogecoin will be down to close to about 3%, right? So that's a 3.8% inflation rate on Dogecoin right now isn't really that bad. You know, that's basically a fiat system that's better than fiat because that number gets smaller on Dogecoin every single year. 3.8% right now this year inflation on Dogecoin. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's not. There's really not a whole lot wrong with that, considering the fact that it's going to be smaller next year and smaller the year after that and smaller for every single year for the rest of our lives, right? So that's interesting stuff. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.